Hey guys, okay, so welcome to our coach opportunity call. We really wanted to kick off this call tonight. Shorty and myself are just going to lead you through a little bit about what coaching is, what this opportunity is, and why maybe you've been invited to check this call out. So my name is Chalene McLeod. I have actually been a coach for about 2 years. Coming up in May, which is like super soon in like a month. And I have literally not looked back since the day I became a coach. I resisted becoming a coach for a very long time. I was about 8 months really sitting on the fence about whether or not I wanted to be a coach. And I was at a point in my life where, if I kind of like rewind to about 3 years ago, I was sitting at home. I was feeling pretty lonely. I was pretty out of the loop. I had 3 babies at home. I say babies. They weren't really babies. They were 3, 5, and 7. And I think for me, I was just coming from a place of I always wanted to be a mom and I always wanted to have kids and get married. And that was kind of what I did. And I found myself sitting at the age of 31 going, is this it? Like, I know I have more. I know I have more to give. I know that this is not all that I've been called to do. And for me, I felt really guilty for that thought. And I suppressed it for a really long time, hence waiting 8 months to finally decide to be a coach. I sat in this discomfort of, I should be happy with this and this should be good enough. And my story always comes back to good enough. Always, it's not good enough here. It's not good enough here. That is literally the story of like anything that happens to me. That always comes up for me. And I just thought it should be good enough. And I finally came to the realization that I didn't have to be just a mom. I could reach for more. I could have goals. I could have dreams. I could have those hopes and I could really go for more. But I had to know that I had to let go of some of that guilt and that shame that I was feeling of wanting to strive for that. And so my story really kind of came out of this place of feeling a little bit broken, of feeling like I had body dysmorphia and I wasn't loving where I was at with my own physical self. And it obviously was not aligning with where I was at mentally. So I had a lot of work to do, and I found community in this beautiful space with Beachbody. And in that community, I started to see a physical transformation on my own journey, but as well, I started to see this mental transformation happening. And as all of this was kind of coming to fruition, I was feeling really encouraged by it all. And I thought, I cannot be the only woman on the planet feeling the way that I was feeling. And if I can come through this, I need to share this with other people. And so after 8 months of deliberating back and forth and having conversation with my husband, we finally got to a place where he unfortunately had suffered a concussion. And the job that I was in, which I totally did not feel like I belonged to be a part of that job anyways. But the job that I was in at the time required me to travel quite a bit. And because of that requirement, he was at home. He was barely able to take care of himself, let alone our 3 kids. So I needed to find something different. Like I kind of had my back against the wall at this point. And it was then that I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And I literally haven't looked back. Coaching for me has just been plan A. There is no plan B. And it has brought so much to my family. I actually have retired from my corporate job. It's been just over a year now that I retired from my corporate job. And this is what I do full time now. And it has been the biggest blessing in our life. There's so much more to that story, but I'm not going to get into it because I really want to get into more about like what coaching actually is. But just so you guys kind of know where I come from, I came from a deep place of guilt and shame for wanting to go for more and really feeling like now I have found something that has aligned so beautifully with the passions that I have and wanting to help other women and empower other women to step into who they feel like they've been called to be as well. And so I am co-hosting this call with Shorty. I call her Shorty. It is Tara, for those of you who don't know her as Shorty. But I'm going to pass this over to Shorty because I feel like we have literally, Shorty is a coach as well on our team, and we have bonded and found such an incredible and beautiful friendship through all of this. But we come from completely different backgrounds and we work this business completely differently, but it works for us. So I'm going to pass it over to you so you can kind of share a bit about your story, where you come from, and what your life looks like right now.
Sure. I have a very different story than Chalene. I came across Beachbody accidentally. We were on vacation and we met a family, and the woman said, "You should do these workouts." And I said, "No way. I don't like working out. I don't like the gym. I don't want to work out. I'm good." And I was just very anti-exercise. And then I got home, and at the time I was 38, and I got home from vacation, and I remember walking up my stairs and huffing and puffing. And I thought to myself, like, this is crazy. Why am I so tired? This is not good. I need to do something. So I messaged her and I said, what was that thing again? Like, I didn't even cross my mind. And I just said to her, what was that thing again? And she told me what it was, and I signed up on my own. And I just started doing the workouts, and I was like, oh, this is, I can manage this. I can do them at home. So by background, by training, I'm a lawyer. That's what my job is. It's what I went to school for. It's what I thought that I wanted. I did well in school, and I thought the next natural progression was, got to do something else with that. So I went to law school, and I ended up being a lawyer. And so I started to do the workouts, and it worked because, I was busy. I had 2 kids. I could go and do my half-an-hour workout, and it worked fine. And it was great. And 6 months later, I accidentally again, or coincidentally, or fate, who knows, came upon Chalene in the gym. We had a trailer in the same trailer park for 4 years, had never seen each other before. And I was streaming my workouts at the gym, and I was doing my workout, and there was, this husband and wife and their little girl, and I just didn't even, I just saw them, and then I just kept walking. And something told them to stick around. And so Chalene became a coach in May. This was August. So they had been coaching 3 months. Something told them to stick around, and they did. And then something told them to talk to me. And initially, in my head, I'm like, I'm doing my workout, leave me alone. But something told me to talk to them. And they started to talk about coaches and who's my coach. And I had no idea what they were talking about because I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a community. I had no idea that even existed. And, Shalene's husband said to me, well, do you want a coach? And so naturally, because I like to help people, I said, well, I don't know, will it help you? Remember, I just met these people 5 minutes prior. And I said, well, if it'll help you, sure, I'll help you out. No problem. And one thing led to the next, and I joined their team. Then I found out what community really was. I didn't need a coach to push me to do workouts. I didn't need a coach to say, you need to push play. I was doing it on my own, and I did it for 6 months. What I didn't realize I was missing out on was this incredible community, was these people that were just, they were basically your cheerleaders. And so I didn't need them for accountability because I was already doing it. So I finished the 80-day program I was doing. I was almost done when I met them, and I posted a before and after. It was so out of my comfort zone. I wasn't even a coach at the time, but I decided to do it because I was really proud of the results that I got, and then I actually finished an 80-day program. I was like, oh my God, I literally just worked out like 80 days. There's one rest day a week. I just finished that, and I felt incredible for even just finishing it. And I may have cried a little bit when I finished, but I posted it and had a bunch of people saying, oh my God, what are you doing? You look amazing. When you hear people say that to you, it makes you feel even better. And JR messaged me, and we had known each other maybe 2 weeks, and said, you should coach. And I went, yeah, no, I don't have time for that. I have a full-time job. I have 2 kids. My daughter dances competitively. I'm a lawyer, for crying out loud. I have no business at coaching. I don't know, no, not having it. Except for that little bug was in my ear, and it kept coming back. over and over and over again. And finally, my husband said, I'm tired of hearing you talk about it. Will you just do it? Um, the lawyer in me asked Jer 1,000,001 questions because I was skeptical. I'm a huge skeptic. This is one of those network marketing scams. I was convinced, and I was looking for him to give me almost like, I was looking for him to give me the answer that would make me go, aha, I was right. No, thank you. I don't want to coach. Except for that answer never came. Except for everything he said was like, oh, okay. So I'd come up with another question. Oh, okay. What do you mean? Like, I don't have to meet a certain quota? Oh, okay. You mean I don't have to do this full time? Like, I honestly was, yeah, Amy, I was looking for an out. And when it didn't come, I was like, okay, what have I got to lose? I'm already doing the workouts. I love them. If I can help people feel the way I felt when I finished that 80-day program, because remember, I wasn't a coach at the time, then that's what I want to do. I want to help people feel that feeling because it felt amazing. And the thing that sold me was Jer said, you can do it on your time. Like, whatever time works for you, it's your business. So you create whatever time you want to create to make this business work. And that's when I said, oh, okay, well, I can do this then. And that was it. And then I didn't look back. And I find so much purpose in this. And I realized really that being a lawyer was great, but it wasn't what I was supposed to do. It was because my dad said, you have to go to school and you need to make something of your life and you need to be a professional. And that's what was in my head my whole life. So I thought that was the natural progression. And I felt really guilty initially and self-conscious about posting and about even sharing with my dad that this is what I was doing. I'm still a lawyer. I still enjoy my job. It doesn't give me the same passion as coaching does. I love showing up for my clients. I love being in my group. I love cheering them on. I love building a team. I love mentoring. Like, all of that, it honestly just gives me purpose. Those are the only words I can say anytime anybody asks me why I'm doing this. So that was really long, but that's my story.
No, I love it. And I love that, we just want to show you guys that it doesn't take a specific mold of person to be able to do what we do. And you have been invited to watch this call or be on this call because the person who invited you sees something in you and they see that in you. And it's not necessarily about you fitting this mold of what a coach is. It really is just that they see that you have the potential to make this your own. And that's the beautiful thing, is that we have all made it our own with the same company, and we are on a team together. We celebrate together. I said, like, we make best friends on this team. We get to travel together once we're able to again. Our next trip together is supposed to be Mexico next year. So, like, fingers crossed, and hopefully you guys will join us and you'll be on that trip with us as well. But a couple of the things that I really wanted to just point out was that there is a huge misconception, I feel like, and I feel like this really held me back from being a coach. I waited for those 8 months, was that you have to understand and be an expert at social media. And that's kind of the other piece to it. And we just really want to squash any of that. You don't at all. You really just have to want to make friends with people and want to help people live a better life. I think I started with a couple hundred followers on Instagram. It wasn't very big. And over the course of 2 years, I've been able to build that following into the social media account that I have today. But it took some time to get there. I really just want to let you guys know we have all the training for that, though. We are going to hook you up. We are going to set you up. We have everything that you need. You do not need to be an expert in that field at all. And you can really learn just baby steps to kind of get there. Shorty, I'm the worst at social media, she said in the chat. It's hilarious. And it is totally something. I see everyone's like head nodding. You don't have to be an expert. So I think often we feel like we need to have a perfect feed and we need to have professional photos and we have to understand all of that. I feel like the world is really shifting. The world doesn't want perfection. We want real moms. We want real women. We want real couples. We want to see like, what is the real? I don't want to see this perfect feed, because that I feel like I can't relate to. But if I just see you showing up as you are and helping other women to live their best life while you're investing in your own health and wellness, that to me feels relatable. And so we really teach a lot of that. So don't feel if that is something that maybe you feel like is an objection that you have. That was definitely something that I had. And I was like, well, I'm not good at social media, so I can't be a coach. I was totally wrong. And we teach you some pretty cool tips and tricks along the way too.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
just going to, on that point about what you don't have to be good at, you also don't have to be a fitness professional, and you also don't have to, make the best meals, or, be a nutrition specialist. Like you do not have to be those things, because I most definitely was not those things, and I'm still not those things. I just work out every day, almost every day. And I eat relatively okay. I ate a bag of chips last night, just so everybody knows. So you do not have to be perfect. I know Glendy's doing this because I love Glendy and she's in my group. So she gets it. So you don't have to be a fitness professional at all. That's the joy of it.
And I think there's a really beautiful thing it's a place for everyone, and not having to be qualified in any type of way. I feel like a lot of us feel like we're not qualified enough to apply for that job we want to get, or to go after the thing we want to go after. I dealt with that a lot on my journey, and this whole imposter syndrome, feeling like you're just not good enough for things. None of that is true. And whether you are a professional in any industry to do with health and wellness, you're a nutritionist, or you're a fitness coach, or maybe you're a trainer, maybe you own a gym, whatever it is, there's a place for this in what you do. It complements it beautifully well to have the #1 at-home workout program at your fingertips to be able to offer to your clients. But on the other hand, if that's not you and you don't have those offerings, again, this is the #1 at-home workout company, and you have those offerings to be able to help people in your community. So regardless of where you're at, just know that we see you where you're at, and we want you to help the people that are in your community, not going and searching for people that you never connect with ever, or trying to be that expert in something, because you definitely don't have to be that. So to that point, I think we're just going to quickly share with you guys a little bit more about how you can actually get started, what it looks like to earn an income, and then what it looks like in terms of once you become a coach, how do you learn all these things? We say we're going to share all of this with you. So how do you learn some of that? I am going to share my screen and potentially share my screen with you guys. Shorty, if you just want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of start technical difficulties. So guys, presumably you're on this call because you know that there's a potential to earn an income with this business, and you ultimately can. So basically what this business says is you work on you first, and then you work on helping other people, and you can earn an income doing that. And you basically are self-employed. You use the tools that are available to you through a company that creates everything for you, and the company pays you a commission for doing that. And you earn money from the company. You do not take any money from any person that you are helping. You do not specifically send any product to any person that you are enrolling and that you are helping. You do not carry any product in your home other than the products you are using. So there's no, you have to buy a kit and have all this stuff in your house to show people. None of that. That's all done third party, out of your hands. You do not take cash. And that's another great thing about this particular company, is that you really are just almost like a glorified influencer. Like, you are basically speaking about the programs that are helping you reach your goals and saying to people, why don't you do this with me? And then the company says, hey, thanks for bringing your friend along. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you some money for that. That's basically what it is. So
I love
do you want to take this one, or do you want to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So, we just want to show you guys kind of the breakdown of what happens when you become a coach and you get a coach discount. So we're going to show you a little bit of what that looks like right here. So you can see that there is a title here that says customer and coach. So with a regular Shakeology challenge pack, this is a challenge pack that you get started with. So this is kind of what Tara was talking about, where you're not buying a massive kit, you're not buying all this product, you're not holding any of that product in your house. You are actually investing in your own health and wellness. So you're purchasing a challenge pack, and with that challenge pack, you have the option to be a customer or a coach. And it is the same price. It is $186 Canadian, whether you want to be a customer or a coach, with the exact same package. And then moving into month 2, you'll see you will have your second order of Shakeology. And as a customer, it's $155.95. But as a coach, you get a 25% discount on that. So you actually have the price, and I broke it down there. It breaks it down to $116 for the Shakeology. And then there's a coach monthly fee of $17.95. So all of that together is $134. You're still saving just over $20 a month. And that's with 0 sales. So that's not even selling anything to anybody. That is literally just as a discount coach. You also can see over on the right-hand side, you have 25% off a ton of other incredible products that we have. And over the course of the year, that's over $230 in savings. So that right there, as a coach, number one, your own journey is putting money back in your pocket, just being a coach for that reason alone. Pop it over to you, Tara.
Okay, so you're already doing the workouts. You've paid for those. You have them for the year. You're using the products because they're great. I'd say I was biased, but I'm not, because I was using them before I became a coach. So, but they really do help you. For anybody that watches me, my Hustle Juice, which is my pre-workout, is a like mandatory morning thing. So that's the Energize that you see on the right-hand side there. So when you bring people on to say, hey, I'm going to do this workout program, do you want to do it with me? Because everything's fun with friends. And they say, yeah, I'll do it with you. You say, okay, there are options. You can enroll with just a 1-year membership, no products, which is what I enrolled with. And my coach got a $40 commission for that. So if you bring your friend along and say, hey, Sally, you want to do this with me? And Sally says, yeah, sure, I'll do it with you. And you enroll Sally because you're going to help Sally get the same results you're getting. The company's going to pay you $40 for doing that. And then let's say Sally likes it. So you're like, oh, well, she likes it. Maybe I'll invite Jane. Well, guess what? You invite Jane and she says, I want to try those shakes. Can I try those shakes? Because you keep talking about how great they are. And you say, yeah, sure. Let me sign you up with this challenge package. The company's going to say, awesome, you've helped another person. I'm going to give you another $50. So now you've got $90. And there are 3 of you, and you're all doing these workouts together. And you're helping Jane and you're helping Sally, and you're all kind of cheering each other on. Each time you do that, each time you bring somebody else into your group who are all going to go through it together, remember this is a community thing, and it's what I was missing so much. Each time you bring people into this incredible community of people who are cheering each other on, the company says, thank you so much. I'm going to give you some more money. So with 2 people, I've earned $90. Remember, I only spent $186 to become a coach. So now I've already earned half of that just from signing people up with me. So that's just 2 people in 1 month. So imagine if you keep doing that. Imagine what would happen. And then somebody says, what's that Energize? You get more income. So again, like imagine what happens if you have people come in and join your group and you're all cheering each other on. You'll be able to see, Chalene's going to show you the next slide, but lots of technical difficulties.
Going ahead here and trying to go back. So continue on.
I'll let you do that. But I'll keep talking because I could talk forever. This is my problem. This is a occupational hazard of being a lawyer. You just don't know how to turn it off.
I will show you guys what that looks like as we go month after month. And you can start to see kind of that impact that Tara was talking about. And now we're going to have this impact. of month after month. So your first month, if we look at helping 5 people, you have 3 people that start with the challenge pack, that's $50 each. You have 2 people that start with just the workouts, those are $40 each. Month 1, helping 5 people, that's $230 in commission. Now let's repeat that for month 2. And you do the exact same thing you did for month 1. You help 3 people with the challenge pack, you help 2 people get just the workouts, and everyone from month 1 orders their shakes again. So this is the second month shake you'll see there, and the commission you're getting off the second month shake. So now month 2, you have the opportunity to be earning $327. Going into month 3, you do the exact same thing. You are helping 3 people with the challenge pack, 2 people get just the workouts, and then everyone from month 1 has ordered their 3rd month of shakes. Everyone from month 2 is ordering their 2nd month of shakes. And now your total is over $400 in commissions on month 3. So helping 15 people get started over the course of 3 months has the opportunity to be bringing in just over $980. That's a pretty incredible start for 3 months with 15 people. Now, moving into month 4, 5, and 6, say you were to continue to repeat that pattern of helping 5 people every month, which seems totally manageable. It is not hundreds of thousands of people that need to be helped and served. They're out there, but that is not what we're going after here. It really is just helping a couple people a month get started. And over the course of 6 months, repeating everything that you did in month 1 over the course of 6 months can come into a total of over $2,800. That's a pretty big impact when you are just starting out as a coach and considering what your earning potential could be in just 6 months of starting. So how do you earn? Do you want to touch on this one, Shorty?
Sure. So that's just commissions we were talking about, right? So that's just helping people get started on their journey and then cheering them on as they go along the process. And remember, you're still doing your workouts, so you're still working on your journey right along with them. In addition to that, the company says, okay, well, maybe if you can help people earn over $2,800 in 6 months by starting their own business, maybe we'll give you some bonuses. So as you have coaches who are also interested in doing this with you, so let's say you have your friend, let's go with Jane and Sally, and Jane and Sally say, hey, well, you've been doing really good as a coach. Can I sign up as a coach too? Like, can I do this too? And you say, sure, come be a coach with me. Come join my team. I'll help you. I have all the training. It's all there. I don't have to create the training because my coaches gave it to me. So great. I don't have to spend that time. I already have that training. So you guys can coach with me. You have the ability to earn bonuses from doing that. And this is what we call residual income. So this income grows so you can get team bonuses. You can get matching bonuses. So as your coaches are progressing along and as you're mentoring them to grow their businesses, you can get matching bonuses based on their performance. And you can get quarterly bonuses the more you grow your team. So the more coaches that you have on your team, you can get all these bonuses. But in addition to you getting the bonuses, your team is also starting to earn bonuses. So you have now given them the opportunity to earn more income. So let's say Jane was on her maternity leave and she decided she wanted to stay at home with her baby. Well, guess what you've done for Jane? You've given her the opportunity to be able to stay at home with her baby. All because you said to her, come join me and do these workouts with me. So this residual income grows. And it will continue to grow without you really having to do anything other than continue to help these people in their journeys. And you don't have to sell any products to get these bonuses. You don't have to enroll people to get these bonuses. You just have to grow your team. And that money will just continue to compound for you. So in addition to your commission, you're also then getting these bonuses. And that's where the real beauty of this business is that you don't have to do anything to earn these bonuses. All you have to do is continue to help your friends who you brought on grow their business.
I love that. And I think really understanding where you are getting your earnings from is a big question for a lot of people. So I hope that that helped you guys in terms of understanding 2 different ways that we get paid. with the commissions, and then of course with all of the bonuses as well. And, you know, everyone's like, okay, great. I know a little bit more about coaching. I know your story. What now? Like, what do I do now? Well, there is going to be training that happens from us that is starting in May. And the thing that we really want you guys to know is that when you become a coach for the first time, we don't just throw you out there and say, good luck, figure it out. Here's all the resources, have fun. We really honor the place of where you are at, because we know that many of you are actually probably starting on your own journey, or you've just started on your own journey and you're still fairly new to figuring all of this out on your own. And we like to really kind of use the term intern coach, where you're coming in and you're kind of like just spying on what we're doing as coaches, and you are really a participant in the groups that we are running. And we have two different platforms that the groups are run on. They are run on Facebook, and they're run in an exclusive app as well. And you get to kind of come in and just be a participant. While you're a participant, you're inviting your friends to come and join you and be a participant alongside you as we help guide and coach them on your behalf. And then after a couple of months, you get your feet wet, you understand how this works, and you're like, great, I'm gonna go run my own group as well. And oftentimes what we find is a lot of the people who start together within the same month actually end up like pairing off together and running groups with another coach. And we call that a success partner. So we love having these training groups that all start together at the same time of the month, because what this happens is that builds even more of the community within the coaching community. So you have your journey and you are in your own challenge group, but you also have this coaching community that helps support you in your business. I don't know how many of you have ever tried running your own business or starting something, but doing it on your own is really challenging. So to be able to have the whole support and to have a community helping guide you through, literally it was a game changer for me. So what to do next? We are going to have a 2-week launch group that is starting on May 4th, Monday, May 4th. So we have just over a week before our next training group starts. And that is going to be the training that we guide you through all the basics. We're going to give you all the information that you need to get started, and we're going to support you for an entire month as you get started together collectively. So we're all going to go through this together. We really encourage you to reach out to the coach that sent this video to you or invited you to this call, and just connect with them and let them know if you're interested in pursuing as a coach just to be a discount coach maybe, or you would like to really take a peek at what this looks like to build it as a business opportunity. And whether that is something that you are moving slow with, totally cool, or you're looking for this to be everything for your family and you're going to go all in, and this is going to be plan A and there is no plan B, like I was. So let that person know what this is for you. The third thing is to get enrolled by Sunday, May 3rd. So that is the last date to enroll to get into our May training. So really make sure that you take this time, ask any other questions that you need to with the person that invited you on here, and make sure that you have the information that you need. But ultimately, that is the last day to get in so that we can help you guys kickstart and launch your business and go strong for May. So with that, I'm just going to stop the share. Make sure I check the chat here. I think we are good. But ultimately, we're so excited, you guys, that you took time out of your day to come and sit on this call with us. So thank you so much for being here. Shorty, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think we covered kind of everything that I think most people, I mean, this was all the stuff that I was asking Jeremy and Chalene about before I started coaching. Like, you know, how do I earn the income? How do I even do this? I've never run a business before. I mean, I can be a lawyer, you know, but I don't know how to run a business. And so these are all the questions that I asked. And that's kind of why we pulled this all together, because we thought that these are probably the questions that you might have to help you kind of make that initial leap into it. And as Chalene said, like we all started where you are, and we've all grown at different levels, at different stages, but we're all growing together and we're all supporting each other. And it's pretty incredible to be able to do that. And the friendships that I've made in the community of coaching I mean, I will cry. So I don't even want to talk about it, but the friendships that I've made in there, the support that I have in that community, there's nothing like it that I've ever experienced in my life. I've realized that the people that I called my friends weren't they, I didn't have the same feeling that I got when I speak to these people who are all building their businesses together. And, you know, Amy said, my story's so much like Chalene's, but she didn't know Chalene. And, you know, Chalene and I have a very different story, but we have so many similarities. It's crazy. Like, we could probably finish each other's sentences, and we've known each other less than 2 years. And I can't say that about anybody else that I've grown up with in my life. So this really made me feel like I belonged somewhere, which is something that I didn't realize I was missing until I had it. Sometimes you don't realize what you're missing until you have it in your life and you go, I don't ever want to be without that again. So that's just what
And
I
I
wanted to add.
completely agree. And just know that there's a space for you on this team. And we are so open and welcoming to everyone, wherever you are at, whatever you want out of this coaching opportunity. It can be that for you and your family. And we really just want to make sure that we can help support you and guide you along the way. So thank you so much for joining this. I hope you guys have an incredible evening. Please reach out to the person that invited you to this call, and give them a little quick insight as to what your thoughts were or where you're currently at, so we can continue that conversation, whatever that might look like for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.